Today, we're going to talk about the inspection period and my top 3 things to look out for during your inspection. If you're buying a property in South Florida, most likely you're going to use the as-is contract. This contract states that the buyer does have the right to have a property inspection. However, the seller is not required to fix anything found during those inspections. Essentially, the inspections are for the buyer's information only, and the buyer has the right to continue with the contract or not, depending on the results of the inspection. The verbiage in this paragraph does say that at buyer's sole discretion, the buyer can walk away from the contract. If the buyer does decide to walk away, all of the security deposits money is returned to the buyer as long as the buyer cancels within that inspection period. So it's important to keep track of those inspection dates, and knowing when the deadline is very important. So my top 3 things to look out for during your property inspection. Number 1 on my list is the roof. Guys, you need to know what type of roof it is, whether it's ceramic tiles, shingle, whether it's a flat roof or hip. You also need to know the age of the roof, and most importantly, you need to know how much life that roof has left in it. For example, if the inspections show that your roof only has 2 years left of life, that means that you're going to encounter a really big hurdle getting property insurance. If you're able to get property insurance with an old roof, that property insurance will be significantly more expensive than it would be if you have a newer roof or a roof that has been replaced recently. Number 2 on my list is hurricane protection. In other words, we need to know whether the property has hurricane shutters, impact windows, and so forth. A couple of things to note here is that if your property has a garage, your garage either has to have an impact grade door or it needs to have the hurricane panels to protect it. Also, look out for small openings in the garage or in other areas of your home to make sure that those small openings are also protected against wind. Otherwise, you won't be able to get the insurance discounts that your insurance carrier may be able to give you. Number 3 on my list is cracks on the walls. This may mean that your property has foundation issues. Now, it could also mean that the property just settled and there's a small cracks. It depends on the type of crack that it is. Make sure you address this with your property inspector. But if you notice a crack on the wall, definitely raise a red flag and bring it up to your inspector to make sure that they look at this a little bit closer. There it is, guys, my top 3 things to look out for during your property inspection. Keep in mind, these property inspections are at buyer's discretion, and you can cancel the contract or not, depending on the results of that inspection. Thank you, guys. Until next time.